What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. WWE News and Rumors for the week ending December 8th, 2013. Once again, sporting the hoodie, looking like I'm robbing a bank. It's a fucking miserable night in New York. Rain, cold, wind. Just grab a cold beverage, pop it open, and let's talk some WWE. This is your number one source for all your WWE needs. Fuck those other guys. This is where it's at, okay? Now, a lot of people have been saying, JD, why didn't you do a Monday Night Raw review? Now listen to me, and I want you guys to listen to me carefully. Monday Night Raw was fucking awful. It was absolutely awful to the point where I stopped watching at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here in the United States. Depending on where you guys are, I don't know what time that is. 9:30. I barely made it to 10 o'clock. The show was so bad that I popped open Battlefield 4 and I started playing my PS4. That's how boring Monday Night Raw was. Now, obviously, I caught the glimpses and the highlights of Monday Night Raw, all the important things that I might have missed when I didn't watch it live, and to my dismay, it was the same typical shit. How many contract signings? Now listen to me. How many contract signings end with someone going through the table? Really? Really? This is what you got. This is what WWE gave to you for your Monday Night Raw closing segment. Randy Orton and John Cena going at it using tables, ladders, and chairs. And one of them went through the table, which was ultimately Randy Orton. Now, what do you guys think is going to happen on this coming week's Raw on Monday? John Cena is going to go through a table. John Cena is going to be laying in the middle of the ring while Randy Orton is standing victorious holding both titles, just like John Cena was doing this week. The face got the upper hand first. The heel is going to get the upper hand, leading the audience to believe that Randy Orton might have a shot at beating John Cena for both championships at TLC. That's what's going to happen on Monday Night Raw. It was too predictable. It was the same bullshit that we see every time there's a contract signing. And this is why I didn't cover it. Other than that, what happened on the show? Nothing. Nothing happened on the show. What do you want me to talk about? I'm not going to come on here and just tell you what I just told you. It would have took up 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, and Monday Night Raw was done. That's it. I'm not sitting here wasting my time for a 3-minute fucking video when I could come on here Friday and tell you exactly what I was thinking on Monday. It's not happening. There was nothing else on Monday Night Raw that was even remotely interesting or anything having to do with the pay-per-view. It was garbage. Absolutely garbage. How many times have we seen The Shield in a 6-man tag match? It's just repetitive and boring, and the product is absolutely fucking suffering, limping to the finish line to end 2013. That's my Monday Night Raw review. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's get on to the actual video today, or this weekend, WWE News and Rumors. Now, big news coming out of WrestleZone.com and Justin LaBar, one of my favorite guys in the industry to listen to and read as he writes for the Bleacher Report. He does WrestleZone Chair Shot Reality on WrestleZone.com. Links are down below if you guys don't know what I'm talking about. But Justin LaBar, the lead writer for WrestleZone.com, has exclusive news concerning the WWE Network, and this is the biggest story of the week. News broke today about WWE's upcoming WWE Network, a 24/7 channel of WWE content. Justin LaBar opened a video on WrestleZone.com announcing that through inside sources, he could confirm a previously reported launch date for the network of February 24th, 2014. You guys can watch, like I said, LaBar and his co-hosts, Josh Eisenberg and Brian Ghoulish, at the links down below at WrestleZone.com. They revealed this info this weekend, okay, today. Now, LaBar revealed that the network will not be available through the expected outlet of cable TV, but will be available in a similar style to Netflix instant streaming over the internet. In this presentation, WWE Network would be available through Internet TV devices like Roku and Google's Chromecast, along with tablet computers and smartphones. The report went on to reveal that WWE Network will cost between $10 to $12 a month, and this would make the network in the price range of the current price for Netflix, instant streaming, and Hulu Plus. Upon its launch, LaBar reports that the network could have a 24/7 live stream of content, along with an on-demand access for every episode of Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, and every WWE pay-per-view event. The live stream on WWE Network could air almost all future WWE pay-per-views events except WrestleMania. WrestleMania 30 next year will be available to the WWE Network subscribers who buy into an early bird special for $60 for 6 months of service. Earlier today, Pro Wrestling Examiner reported that WWE is inviting members of the media to an event during the International Consumer Electronics Trade Show in Las Vegas, Nevada on January 8th. At this event, WWE Chairman Vince McMahon is going to be on hand and is expected to make a special announcement. Considering where this event is taking place, insiders are assuming the announcement will be related to the launch of the WWE Network. WWE previously teased the launch of the WWE Network in 2011, but that never came to be. The network has been a huge labor by the company for several years now. Millions of dollars have been invested by WWE into new productions of fresh shows and new staff that had to be hired. WWE also trumpeted the launch of the new network to investors, and the reaction by Wall Street has been positive, with the company's publicly traded stock currently on the rise. This is a big story, folks, and I'm going to tell you why. Nobody would love it more than to have access to everything the WWE does than people like you and me. Every pay-per-view is going to be on the WWE Network. We don't have to leave home. We could watch it in the comfort of our own home on any device we want that streams the internet. We don't have to go anywhere. We don't have to pay $60 for every pay-per-view. This is going to be, if the WWE handles this right and what I just read to you actually comes true, this is going to be incredible for WWE fans. WWE's catalog itself is worth $10 to $12 a month. The fact that you get to watch everything in their past is worth $10 to $12 a month. Take my money now. And obviously the early bird special, you got to jump on the early bird special. Who doesn't want to watch WrestleMania 30 in the comfort of their own home on any outlet or any source of internet outlet that you have, that you desire? It could be your laptop, your phone, your tablet, your PlayStation, your Xbox. It doesn't matter. This is going to be big, and I can't wait until Vince publicly announces this network. It's going to be so great for old school wrestling fans like me to watch all the older stuff and just sit home on a bum day and just relax with a cold beer in my hand and just watch the old school WWE, the Attitude Era, the early 80s, leading into the 90s. You know, it's just going to be an amazing time for WWE fans, and I hope the WWE has all the success in the world with this network. It's going to be massive. Let me know what you guys think. This is the most news on the network that I have covered so far. I know I covered on it a little bit in the previous weeks, but this is more news that I've, covered so far on the network. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going to get the network? Are you happy about the network finally coming to fruition, about the old school catalog? Let me know what you guys are excited about. This is going to be a big time for WWE 2014. Hopefully, they can right the ship of all the wrong they've been doing and start fresh in 2014. This is going to be a great start with the WWE Network. Now, Hulk Hogan, the other big news story this week regarding Hulk Hogan's status with the WWE. I've noted before how Triple H and Vince McMahon do not want his return to the company to be contingent on him having a match at WrestleMania 30. Word is now that the WWE feels that Hogan won't turn down the opportunity to return even if he's not happy with his role at WrestleMania 30. WWE officials feel that they have a lot of leverage because they can pay Hogan much more than TNA, and it's not like Hogan was eager to stay in TNA anyways. WWE is looking for Hogan to have a major role in terms of being featured on programs for the WWE Network, and hope his presence will entice older fans to check out the service, even if they have no interest in the current product. The same goes for Bruno Sammartino, as WWE is hoping to use him as an asset to the network in a similar fashion, but they do realize that he has far less mainstream name brand value compared to Hogan. Also, given Bruno's age, there's no way the company can rely on him still being alive to continue to film new content consistently for the next 5 to 10 years. Now, I've heard, and I've reported this, and I've covered news stories on this. Hogan, I've heard rumors of him teaming with Big Show at WrestleMania. I've heard rumors of him having a match with John Cena. I've heard rumors of him teaming with John Cena. You know, I don't know what's going to be with Hogan's status at WrestleMania. Only time will tell. But I do know this. If Hogan is a free agent, and WWE wants to make this the grandest spectacle in the history of their company, there's no better name to start the list off with Hulk Hogan, you know, than Hulk Hogan. Hogan was there at WrestleMania 1. He was there through the makings of WrestleMania, the beginning stages of WrestleMania. It's only fitting to have him be at the 30th anniversary of WrestleMania. It only makes sense. Now, do I want to see him in the ring? I already explained this to you. Yes, I would like to see Hogan in the ring. I think it would do good for the product to have Hogan not only there, but actually wrestling at the event. If he can go, you know, why not? Why not? I hear he's training like a madman. You know, he's in great shape for someone his age. But a tag match would probably be best for Hogan. I don't want to see him in a singles match. Maybe a tag match with Cena against, you know, Triple H and those guys. But Hogan, WrestleMania, it all goes and ties in together. I definitely want to see it happen. Hopefully WWE, you know, knows what they're doing going into WrestleMania, because all the reports I'm hearing saying they're just completely clueless. And I have more news stories proving that fact later on in the show. Now, news on Ryback, like anybody cares about Ryback. I covered a few weeks back that Ryback has heat with WWE officials, and how using some of Bill Goldberg's signature maneuvers in recent matches didn't do him any favors either. Ryback's 2-4 TV and pay-per-view record for singles matches in November was done for a reason. The same reason he was forced to take a Big Show knockout punch recently on Monday Night Raw. Vince McMahon is said to be open to doing Goldberg versus Ryback on WrestleMania 30, but apparently Goldberg is very set on returning as a babyface, if he returns at all. Word backstage is that Ryback wants the match really bad, and that's in quotes, really bad. He knows that it would be a big match and figures he would be the one going over. Ryback has been doing all he can for months to stir up interest, in addition to lobbying for the match behind the scenes. Regarding WWE officials being upset at Ryback for using Goldberg's moveset, a deal isn't done with Ryback, and WWE is going back and forth on whether they actually want to do the match or not. Officials feel like Ryback is going into business for himself by trying to build interest in a match that may not happen. Furthermore, the feeling is that Ryback knows Goldberg at WrestleMania is a match that he would be booked to win, and wouldn't be so eager to see the match happen if he was the one to be put on the losing end. The reason Ryback has been pinned to death in recent weeks is a humbling of sorts, as WrestleMania 30 plans hang in the balance. Now, Ryback should really keep quiet on this one, number one. If you know anything about WWE behind the scenes, you don't want to be in more hot water than you're already in, Mr. Ryback. Number two, I'm pretty sure most fans want to see Goldberg return at WrestleMania 30. Going against Ryback may be a different story. I'm not sure how people feel about Goldberg versus Ryback, but it's something that can catch on if it's done correctly. You know, I want Goldberg to come back maybe in a more prominent role, a more top-level program. Goldberg, I know, is the kind of guy who doesn't want to come back and lose, especially to someone like Ryback, who he deems way beneath him, and who's been pretty much shit on the bottom of everybody's shoe recently, losing, and you know, a lot of negative feedback and a lot of negative aura backstage is what I'm reading in WWE. But I'm not too crazy about Goldberg versus Ryback. I want to see Goldberg at WrestleMania 30, no question. But going against Ryback, I really don't know. I don't know how I can stand to see Goldberg lose to Ryback, because we all know Ryback he'll be broken in half by Goldberg. Plain and simple. Goldberg is someone you don't want to fuck around with. I mean, Ryback is a tough guy in himself, but like I said, it all goes back to Goldberg wanting to come back. Goldberg, you know, wanting the money to come back. It's all going to come down to money. You know, money talks. If Vince pays him enough, you know, he'll do whatever Vince says. And right now, Goldberg has the leverage in the talks, because after all the reports I'm reading, nothing is even remotely close to being set up for WrestleMania on any level. There's no matches set for WrestleMania. Nothing. So Goldberg right now has the leverage in the talks. He can ask for whatever he wants. Listen, you want to make WrestleMania the biggest event of all time? Pay me, and I'll be there. That's what it's going to come down to. Being that it's going to be Goldberg versus Ryback rumored, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what you guys think. But this is what's being talked about. Vince doesn't mind the match happening, according to the reports. But I feel that Goldberg could be in something so much more important at WrestleMania. Let me know what you guys think. It appears WWE has went back and forth on their plans for the WWE and World Heavyweight titles since Survivor Series ended. When that pay-per-view was done, a WWE source said that despite how it looked on TV, the plan was not to do a unification match. Now that's very interesting. On Monday Night Raw the next night, WWE went out of their way to not say the words unification match. But now they are leaning towards having only one champion after Triple H's most recent sit-down interview with Michael Cole, saying that he only wants one champion. Now, there has been some speculation that there may be some kind of finish at TLC where John Cena and Randy Orton grab each other's belts, ending with Cena as the WWE Champion and Randy Orton as the World Heavyweight Champion. Listen, what did I say the following night on Monday Night Raw in my review? I said exactly that. Pay me, WWE Creative. Pay me. Now, I don't want that ending to happen, because that's way too fucking predictable, and that would be fucking lame as fuck if they go up on the ladders side by side, grab each other's belts, and that's how the match ends. There's going to be a fucking outrage in WWE, with the WWE Universe. I'm telling you right now. There needs to be a winner. There needs to be one champion. There needs to be someone walking out of that pay-per-view unified WWE champion. No question. I don't want to see this pay-per-view end in some fucking screwball fashion where everyone's like, what the fuck just happened? What did I just watch? Because that's our reaction for the last 4 pay-per-views. TLC needs to win. TLC needs to be a winner, and there needs to be one champion. This needs to be a win for the WWE. Now, this all goes back to the panic within WWE Creative. The creative team is burnt out and scared, said one WWE source, according to Figure4WrestlingOnline.com. Scared of who might not be there too much longer. Not the type of stress anyone wants during the holiday season. Now, going back to what I just mentioned, there seems to be a lot of panic within WWE right now due to creative plans. When the decision was made to switch Daniel Bryan and Big Show in the hunt for the WWE title, the idea was that Show would have a big Survivor Series match with Randy Orton, and then follow it up with even a bigger match at TLC with Triple H. Those were the original plans. A few days before Survivor Series, they dropped the idea of Show versus Triple H, and the plans for TLC were Orton versus Show in a tables match, which is why Show chokeslammed Orton through the table a few episodes ago on Monday Night Raw. One idea for Cena was to have Big E Langston turn heel and have them feud over the World Heavyweight title. Obviously, when Survivor Series was over with, both of these matches were off the table, and new TLC main events were booked in the form of Cena versus Orton, with both titles hanging in the air. This goes to show you how fucked up and unprepared and lazy and uncreative the WWE creative team is. There is no fucking idea of what they want to do in anything I'm reading at this point in time. Nothing. There's no idea what they want to do. And it's fucking sad. It is fucking sad that I can honestly tell you and sit here and tell you I can do a better job. Most of my viewers who comment down below can do a better fucking job at booking this program. It's fucking pathetic. To read something like that, how they go back and forth. How hard is it to book WWE TV? I mean, are you fucking serious? All you need to do is have the talent in place, tie up some loose ends, and go to work. This is your easiest time of the year. TLC books itself. Royal Rumble books itself. The whole pay-per-view is booked on one fucking match, where every one of your wrestlers backstage is in the match. How tough can that be? 30 men in a ring. The winner gets a WWE Championship match. You put on a world title match in the beginning of the show. You put on an IC title match in the beginning of the show. And there's your show. There's your pay-per-view. What's so fucking difficult? And from there, you book WrestleMania. It's not that fucking hard. That's the simplest way to do it. WWE is looking to make WrestleMania 30 this grand spectacle. Vince wants everything tied down before Survivor Series. He wants 4 or 5 matches set in stone. Obviously, that's not happening. Why? Because the WWE creative plans are fucking lame. Vince doesn't know what he wants. There's too many people answering to, there's too many people overlooking WWE creative. They can't have that stress. You know, I can't even imagine the stress that they're going through with Vince breathing down their neck, Triple H breathing down their neck, Stephanie breathing down their neck, WWE superstars along with their characters and what they want breathing down their neck. Give them time to breathe. Give them time to breathe. I hate reading shit like this because it makes WWE creative look like shit. Hopefully they right the wrongs here going into 2014. I'm telling you right now. I can't take any more of this fucking Monday Night Raw every week. It is absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. In unimportant news and rumors regarding The Miz, he turned heel right before Christmas, right before the Christmas holiday and before his Christmas movie came out. WWE's writing team reportedly forgot about the movie when they booked his heel turn a few weeks back. Again, there you go. WWE Creative doesn't know what the fuck they are doing. According to PWInsider.com, there has been no talk within WWE about having CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 30. That is fucking sad to hear. WWE wants to make this the biggest event of all time. Listen to JD. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan, WrestleMania, Iron Man match, 60-minute. Do it now. Do it now, please. That'll tear the fucking roof off the Superdome. Believe me. WWE officials reportedly made a lot of changes to the early WrestleMania 30 plans last week. There is ongoing talk about how they've changed so many directions in so little time, and how there's not really one long-term direction set in place. Again, according to the report, there's no long-term direction in place for WWE program. WWE has also dropped the idea of doing a Big Show vs. Triple H match and are forgetting about that feud for now. Don't forget about it for now. Forget about it forever. I do not want to see it. I don't want to see Big Show in any important role ever again. Show worked last week's Monday Night Raw, but before that, the plan was for him to stay off WWE TV and make a return at the 2014 Royal Rumble. This goes again to show you how WWE Creative doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They want to keep Big Show off TV, and then all of a sudden they bring him back on WWE TV. What sense does that make? Does anybody know what the fuck they're doing there? And like I said, I do not want to see a Big Show vs. Triple H match. Forget about it forever. It's done. The fucking angle sucks dick. It's over. It's poor writing. Everything got fucked up when Daniel Bryan was taken out of the feud. It's over. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to see about it ever again. More than one source has confirmed that WWE officials have discussed Hulk Hogan and John Cena teaming for WrestleMania 30. Cena vs. Randy Orton has also been discussed, believe it or not. I hope that doesn't happen. I would like to see Cena and Hogan team up, or Cena versus Hogan, one or the other, but we'll have to find out. Only time will tell about that. I really don't have any more information on that right now. There has been a lot of speculation that we will once again get another screwy finish at the WWE pay-per-view, TLC, in a couple of weeks, with Randy Orton versus John Cena for the WWE and World Heavyweight Championships. Like Stephanie McMahon and Triple H said on Monday Night Raw, WWE's website is putting a lot of focus on how the authority is guaranteeing there will be only one winner and one champion to walk out of the pay-per-view. Now, I hope there's only one winner. Like I said, you know, when they hype something up saying that they're guaranteeing something, typically that's an inside job or, you know, one of those things where it's kind of to fool the audience, but realistically it's saying, fuck you to the audience, we're going to give you a screw job finish, because they're just promoting on that word, guaranteeing. Guaranteeing the WWE is going to have one champion. So, I'm expecting a screwy finish. I'm not going to believe anything else until I see it live on pay-per-view in a couple of weeks. Where am I now? I'm lost. Sin Cara. Who gives a fuck about Sin Cara? Regarding Sin Cara's status, Figure 4 Online, Figure4WrestlingOnline.com reports that there has been a problem with Sin Cara lately. He's injured. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's down in Mexico. I don't know what he's doing. But they're expecting WWE to release him of his WWE contract once that is up, and apparently he's not too upset about it. Who cares? He sucked anyway. There is no confirmation that WWE has or plans to part ways with Sin Cara yet. Hunico wrestled as Sin Cara on this past week's Monday Night Raw against Alberto Del Rio, if you guys did not know that. The original Sin Cara was tweeting during Monday Night Raw and noted that he was having dinner in Mexico. Did you guys notice any difference between the original Sin Cara and Hunico under the mask? No, and quite frankly, I don't care. As voted by the fans on the WWE app, the winner of the unification match at TLC pay-per-view between Randy Orton and John Cena will be referred to as the Unified Champion. The other two options were Undisputed WWE Champion and Undisputed World Heavyweight Champion. Michael Cole teased that the Authority may end up changing this, which I hope they do. You never leave something like this in the hands of the WWE Universe. I mean, you fucking kidding me? The Unified Champion. You know how fucking lame that sounds? The Unified or Undisputed WWE Champion. That's what it's going to be renamed. Undisputed WWE Champion. Why WWE would even leave that in the hands of the audience is fucking mind-boggling to me. Really? Really? Undisputed WWE Champion. That's what it needs to be called. That's what it should be called. Hopefully WWE gets rid of whatever the fucking fans voted on and just does what I say. Okay? There was talk backstage at Monday Night's Raw of adding a fatal four-way match to the WWE pay-per-view on this coming TLC between Goldust and Cody Rhodes, Ryback and Curtis Axel, Jack Swagger and Antonio Cesaro, plus one other team that will reportedly not be the Usos. Okay? So that gives you an idea where they are now. Word from Raw is that Wade Barrett's new Bad News Barrett character that debuted on Raw was not well received backstage. Now, obviously the tag team titles need to be defended on TLC in a couple of weeks. The tag team championships are slowly being built back up. It's great what Goldust and Cody Rhodes are doing with them. I hope to see that match happen. Some kind of fatal four-way, maybe no disqualification, Texas Tornado style. Who the fuck knows? But Wade Barrett, listen, I don't know what the fuck they're doing with Wade Barrett. His ideal gimmick is when he's the leader of a stable, like he was with Nexus. This Bad News Barrett gimmick, I don't know what the fuck this is or where that came from. I seen one glimpse of it on Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, this does not belong with Wade Barrett. He deserves so much more, so much better than this, so much more than this. He's a quality fucking guy in the ring. He's got excellent mic skill. You're making him into a joke. You're making him into a joke. You know, give him the fucking... bring back the Nexus for all I care. I mean, give me a fucking break. Bad News Barrett? Really? Come on, man. He'll never fucking main event with that fucking gimmick. I'm telling you right now. Hopefully they trash that and once again go back to the drawing board with him, because he's never going to succeed with that gimmick at all. As seen on this week's Monday Night Raw, Intercontinental Champion Big E Langston was on commentary during the Dolph Ziggler vs. Damien Sandow match for the title shot at TLC. The feeling was backstage that Langston was uncomfortable on commentary. Some WWE officials do not want Big E to do his comedy commentator gig because they feel it would take away from his character and make him look like a joke. Others feel Big E should show more of the character he had in NXT. WWE updated key performance indicators today, and it was revealed that Battleground and Hell in a Cell drew a combined 363,000 pay-per-view buys. No word yet on how that averages out, but Hell in a Cell was slightly up from last year, drawing 199,000 buys. Battleground was one of the lowest WWE pay-per-views since Over the Limit 2011, which drew 140,000 buys. Fucking burping up my lunch from this afternoon. You believe that? Unreal. Like I said, Battleground is going to be no more. I said this when it was first introduced. I said it was going to be the only Battleground to ever exist, and it looks like I'm right again. It was a terrible pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell was terrible. Everything regarding pay-per-views in the latter half of 2013 have been terrible, except for the CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam, as well as Daniel Bryan versus John Cena. A couple of matches sprinkled in there with Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan. The first couple of ones, when they began this whole feud, those were great to watch. But listen, WWE, again, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Battleground was terrible. Hell in a Cell was terrible. And these pay-per-views suffered because they did nothing to promote it. There was 3 weeks in between each pay-per-view. The pay-per-view was built off 2 matches and then just sloppily thrown together matches. You're not going to draw audiences with a formula like that. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. What else do we have here? Holy shit, I got a lot more news to go, man. I got a lot more news to go. WWE rushing into an important match like the unification match between Randy Orton and John Cena at TLC has caused a lot of second guessing and plans being changed. WWE officials have reportedly made multiple changes regarding the finish to that match. The original plan, as speculated, was for Cena and Orton to simply swap titles, but once that was figured out pretty easily, that changed again. This is also the reason why WWE went from teasing the title unification to point-blank stating it in less than a week. No word yet on exactly what the finish will be, but word is that they will have multiple alternative finishes being considered before the pay-per-view. WWE's booking on the fly was a hot topic backstage at Monday Night Raw with the booking of CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. This is going to further prove the fact that WWE Creative doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. CM Punk and Daniel Bryan. One WWE source commented how WWE has gutted the long-term booking of Punk and Bryan's program, which originally had them feuding with the Wyatt family and possibly leading to a match between the two. It was noted last week that WWE now has zero plans for Punk and Bryan to feud, but with the way things are constantly changing these days, that could also change. In 1 week, WWE has blown off Punk versus the Wyatts and moved him to the Shield, while also moving Bryan away from Punk and moving him to the Wyatt family. The plan for Punk going forward is to possibly align him with other babyfaces to continue the feud with the Shield. There has also been talk about breaking up the Shield, and while that will happen eventually, many feel that it's still way too early. That goes to show you WWE doesn't know what the fuck they're doing. They were feuding with the Wyatts, now all of a sudden they split apart. Punk is feuding with the Shield, Wyatts are feuding with Bryan. I mean, it's just all over the place. To the point where now you got 2 handicap matches on TLC. You got Bryan versus the Wyatts, and you got Punk versus all 3 members of the Shield. Is that interesting to anybody? No. That's lazy booking. That's sloppy booking, and it shows. The fact that WWE has booked these 2 handicap matches on pay-per-view when they should not be happening on any program on WWE TV, let alone pay-per-view, it shows you that the WWE just doesn't fucking care. They don't care, and I have absolutely no interest in both of these matches. I'm telling you right now. This pay-per-view is built off 1 match and 1 match alone, and that's John Cena versus Randy Orton. Other than that, nobody gives a flying fuck. And it goes to show you why. Because WWE doesn't know what the fuck, like I've been saying through this entire show, what they're doing. WWE issued the following statement to PW Insider in regards to reports of where the WWE creative team now fits with all the recent changes to WWE corporate. Creative writing now reports to Paul Levesque, EVP, Talent and Live Events, that's Triple H. In addition to Stephanie McMahon's expanded responsibilities as Chief Brand Officer, she will continue to maintain a presence on TV. Basically, Triple H is now directly in charge of WWE and the creative team. although Vince McMahon remains the final say in every aspect of the company. And finally, guys, I'm going to end it. There is a feeling that the winner of the John Cena vs. Randy Orton TLC match won't be called the Unified Champion, like I previously stated in this show before, as voted by the WWE app users on Monday. They will likely go with the undisputed WWE Champion. As noted, there has been a lot of changes to WrestleMania 30 and the plans with the event within the last week. Word is now they are building towards a Triple H vs. CM Punk match, either leading up to WrestleMania or at the big event itself. Again, something I'm just not interested in at WrestleMania. Triple H deserves better. Punk deserves better. And I don't want to see that happen at WrestleMania. Punk deserves way better than Triple H at WrestleMania. That's it. Punk and Bryan, man. How difficult is that? How difficult is that for WrestleMania? Please, someone tell me. It's not difficult at all. Have them both win the Royal Rumble, a.k.a. also known as the Lex Luger Bret Hart issue from 1994, where both men hit the floor. Work something there. Make it epic. Make it exciting. You know, who's going to get the WWE Championship match? Do they have to fight each other to go on to WrestleMania? Come on. Something. I don't want to see Triple H versus John Cena. I don't want to see Triple H versus CM Punk. I don't want to see John Cena versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania. This is bullshit. Really. That stuff belongs on a B-level pay-per-view. It's not WrestleMania worthy to me. It's just not. Just not. Let me know what you guys think down below. That's the end of the show. What am I at, minutes-wise? This is a long fucking show. 36 minutes. You got to see my fucking face for 36 minutes. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this week's show, like, comment, favorite, share, subscribe, all that good shit. Hope you're enjoying the new format. This is the third week in. Let me know what you guys think down below of all the biggest stories this week about WrestleMania, about the WWE Network, about TLC, John Cena vs. Randy Orton. There's a lot of happenings going on in WWE TV, or in WWE, but not on WWE TV. Let me know what you guys think down below. I will be back for Monday Night Raw review on Tuesday, simply because it is the last Monday Night Raw before TLC, so I got to talk about it. I'll be back on Tuesday with that. Actually, am I working Tuesday? No, I'm off on Tuesday. I'll be back Tuesday morning with that. So let me know what you guys think down below. I'm out. Take care. Enjoy your weekends. I'm going to open a nice cold beverage, and I'll talk to you soon.